They tell you unity is the highest virtue. They say loudly and kindly that if we could only melt our edges, soften our disagreements, and hum the same tune, the world will heal itself. That's the lullaby they sell. Soft, uplifting, harmless sounding. Here's the part nobody puts on the brochure. A truly unified mass is easy to steer. It doesn't argue, it doesn't resist, it doesn't differentiate. It obeys. If you ever discovered what real strength looks like, what a differentiated, God-anchored individuality feels like, you'd be very difficult to manage. And that, quietly, is why the myth of forced belonging is marketed as a moral good. It's a lie. They don't want you to know the truth, because knowing it makes you less controllable. That's the curiosity gap. That's the secret behind the slogan. You sit in a room where everyone is nodding. Same slogans, same outrage, same curated compassion, same filter, faces lit blue by the same glowing rectangles, smiles calibrated to proportions that play well on feeds. Nobody raises the awkward question. Nobody points out the tension. Nobody checks the math. You feel the current pulling. It's almost polite. No threats, just the slight pressure of 1,000 tiny welcomes, the kind that makes you want to tidy your mind to fit the furniture. Now, imagine saying, I don't see it that way. Watch how the room cools. Watch the smiles tighten. Watch the algorithm drop you like a hot stone. Invitations disappear. New comments stop arriving. The tribe shifts subtly. The safety evaporates. Suddenly, you feel something old and prehistoric. Alone. Which is the exact reaction the conveyor belt unity is designed to produce. Why? Because for most of human history, exile from the group meant death. No food, no shelter, no protection, no future. So evolution programmed us to do anything to avoid the cold silence of loneliness. Culture knows this. Culture leverages it. So it whispers, just blend, just belong, just fit. And your spine softens. You trade your birthright for a bowl of digital soup, likes, reposts, curated identity, and you call it unity. But that's not unity. It's assimilation. It's camouflage. Let's go back to first things, the first principles approach. Culture tells you unity is about harmony, inclusion, shared feelings, and being on the right side of whatever trend is loudest this week. The ancient, and frankly more stubborn, reality says unity without differentiation is chaos disguised as peace. Creation itself begins with division, light from darkness, land from sea, boundaries everywhere. Not hostility, but distinction, separation to allow order. If you and I are identical, we cannot truly relate. We can only mirror. Mirrors don't build cities. Mirrors breed narcissism. They produce echo chambers that sound impressive until the lights go out. Listen to this. When a field plants only one crop, it's efficient. It's ceremonially tidy. It's also one blight away from catastrophe. Diversity is the insurance policy of life. Difference is resilience. Carl Jung, writing to people who liked hard thinking and disliked hand-holding, coined a useful term, individuation, becoming a whole self, not a fractured copy of what everyone else is liking that week. Individuation is painful. It's lonely. It means confronting the shadow, those messy, shameful parts you'd rather outsource to slogans. Yet individuation is the soil from which true relationship grows. Two whole people meeting each other create friction, yes, but also creativity, robustness, and real contribution. So culture says unity equals sameness. Ancient reality says unity equals alignment with truth while preserving necessary difference. There's a vital theological point here people keep skipping. The Bible never recommends being a hive. Many parts, one body. Distinct functions, shared purpose. A tumor is many cells behaving the same way for the worse. That's not unity, that's pathology. A healthy organism has varied parts doing different jobs. We confuse uniformity with virtue. We worship sameness because it's easy and because it's controllable. Uniformity is sterile. Look at modern unity movements. They celebrate aesthetic diversity while enforcing intellectual conformity. Different clothes, same script. Different backgrounds, same conclusions. That's not unity, that's branding. If you fuse your identity with any group, you outsource your conscience. You stop thinking. You stop wrestling with complexity. You become a mouthpiece for slogans you didn't test, you didn't prove, you didn't suffer through. And when the crowd turns, because crowds sooner or later always do, you won't have a spine to keep you from being swallowed. Ask history. Groups that make conformity their doctrine end up eating their own children. They radicalize. They rotate between virtue signaling and collective violence. Not because people are wicked by default, though some are, but because the structure incentivizes silence, and silence hides rot. We are told unity is empathy. Feel with others, they say. Empathy's good, but empathy without truth becomes emotional mob rule. Picture a room where everyone sympathizes, but nobody knows facts. Sympathy becomes a fog, and in a fog, decisions are made by whoever screams loudest. That's not moral wisdom. That's chaos with nicer language. Culture offers a soothing lie. Unity forgives everything. Everyone belongs. No boundaries. No consequences. Come as you are, even if you haven't cleaned up behind yourself. That's attractive. It's also infantilizing. It removes the sacred burden of responsibility. Accountability is holy. Call it inconvenient, but when you avoid it, you shrink the soul. This is the corrective theology moment. Culture tells you unity is about feelings and uncritical togetherness. The ancient stalwart reality says unity is about disciplined alignment to objective truth and voluntary cooperation among distinct, responsible persons. We traded our birthright for convenience. We chose easy belonging over hard truth. We clicked join and then called the group our conscience.